This is a free download from the BBC. For more information, go to bbc.co.uk/podcasts.
Oh, by the way, welcome to the podcast. Sorry, we should have said that a while ago. You're listening to me eating, a stack of biscuits stuck together.
Oh, what?
What?
She's playing Only the Lonely in my ear.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Dum be doo wah.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm just getting it ready. Hang on.
She's hitting me with some bag
We're
of
recording
cheese.
it now.
Oh, hang on.
Stop.
If Fee Glover's listening to this...
She's going to be so upset.
Fee Glover.
Who's Fee Glover?
Fee Glover.
Who's Fee Glover?
Mate...
She's on you, mate.
Genuinely, her and Jane Garvey, genuinely, to have kind of, not my radio heroes, but people that I feel like I've grown up with. From the Radio 4, proper radio.
They're like the head girls of radio. They're the ones that you really want to like you, but that you're afraid they disapprove of you. But it turns out they like us.
They told me off.
Yeah, but she did it because she likes you.
I was,
Did she tell you off for eating biscuits while recording the pod? Because
No.
it's really...
at the radio
not
festival
nice to
we went
hear.
to this week, there was a screen where you could, if you hashtagged a tweet, it would pop up on the screen. So we were in a really exciting talk. I won't say which one. It was boring. And I wrote, "My legs really hurt," #Radfest14, and it popped up on the screen.
There was a few little chuckles.
There was a few.
Mostly from Ian.
And then they got wise to it. They stopped putting my tweets up.
Because the next one was, seriously, I think I've trapped a nerve.
But in both legs, is that possible?
They didn't put that one up.
And then, anyway, and then later on we saw Fee Glover and Jane Garvey introducing one of the turns, and she said, well, hopefully we'll have Iain Lee on stage later on if his legs gets better. And then I saw her backstage, and she said, how's your leg? And I said, yeah, what happened was I was just tweeting to see if it'll get on the big screen. I'm really sorry, miss, I won't do it again. She went, no, you won't.
Oh,
and I was
you
told
got a
off.
telling off.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it.
She owned you.
I bet you did.
You got pwned.
Anyway. Welcome.
Can I just tell you that the chocolate digestives have all stuck together, which is why his mouth's even fuller than it would be if he was eating one biscuit. He's actually eating 1, 2, 3, 4, like a sandwich of 5 biscuits.
Yeah, you girls have that.
Right, what do you want me to do, Kelly?
Catherine, actually, this is going to be really exciting, Ian. You'll love this. I've written welcome to the podcast in 4 languages, and I'd like you to say them.
Okay.
Did you do it on Google?
Yeah.
Google Translate?
Yeah?
Okay. Brace yourselves.
Even the French one?
Mm-hmm.
This is where we go international, everyone.
Yep.
This
Ready?
is it.
Bonjour, c'est le podcast.
That's French.
Bienvenidos al podcast.
Check.
No, that was Spanish.
Oh,
I just threw that
Spanish.
one in because I can.
Oh.
Dobre den to podcast. Check. Hallo, hier ist der Podcast.
Check.
German. And in Turkish, merhaba,
Check.
bu podcast.
Well done, Kath.
Thanks. That's what I'd have got.
What are we doing that for?
Because I can.
International, isn't it?
We're not even semi-national yet. Who are we kidding?
Yeah, we are now. We've Turkish people can listen now.
Merhaba.
We've been talking for 3.5 minutes. We should probably play a clip from the show. Morning! Iain Lee, BBC Three Counties Radio. It's horrible out there, but a little ray of sunshine is here. It's me! Yay! You like that, girls?
Yes.
Yeah, because you all thought I was going to say Kelly Betts.
Yeah.
I actually knew that you wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. It's me!
Yay.
It's me! But Kelly Betts is here.
Hi.
Sorry about that. So is Catherine Boyle.
Yep.
Apologies. Accepted. On your behalf. So thank you
Welcome.
for that. Yes, welcome, welcome. Some people say welcome, don't they?
Yeah, who was it that used to say that a lot?
Welcome, welcome. Who?
Alan Partridge.
Ah, yes. I was doing a show on another radio station at the weekend, and some young girl posted on Twitter, "I love you, I think you're brilliant, I love this show." I replied, "Thanks very much." She replied, "Yeah, you're so Partridge." Oh. What's coming up on the show this morning? Dementia care slammed, Ebola screening slated, and NHS staff irated. What?
Across beds, hearts and bucks.
This is
She was
BBC
right about
Three
Partridge.
Counties Radio.
Boyle writes that stuff, and you were laughing at your own, I was going to say
I
gags.
was laughing because you read it out.
Yeah, you my job.
It's your job. It's your job to use your brain.
You right, Kels?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Oh,
things like that.
She's back so now.
Yeah, the youngsters are teaming up against Grandma again. Aren't we, Kels?
Your hair looks nice and fluffy.
I don't think I put enough pomade on it today. You laughing at Catherine? I hope so. You right, Kath?
She doesn't know.
Huh? Did you have a nice time off, Kels?
I did. It was lovely.
Where'd you go?
Spain.
Oh, yes. I believe
I got you this back. Brown shoulder.
Thanks.
That's right.
Kath, what are you doing?
Turn to the telephone.
Why are you doing that?
Nothing on the radio.
Oh, now that's rude. Now that is just rude, and I think we're breaching some kind of broadcasting guideline as well. What did she say, Kels?
I think she said close her mic, please.
What did you do this weekend, Kels?
I got back from Spain.
Hey! Yes.
Oh, hey! No, I did something better as well. I presented introducing.
What was it like coming back from Spain?
Yeah, it was good. On the way there, it was a bit... There's lots of old people that go to Benidorm. Yeah. So I thought our plane was going straight to heaven, but it didn't. It was fine.
Then, if that's the case, then we're broadcasting to God's waiting room. That's the number of old people we have listening. And you presented BBC Introducing, did you?
I did, yes.
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
I didn't listen to it, unfortunately.
That's okay, there's still time.
I don't... No, it was on Saturday, so I can't...
You can listen again on the iPlayer.
I haven't got...
Busy, aren't we? We've got a road trip to
go.
plan.
Yeah, we're off.
Oh, you can take it with you.
I can't do that,
no,
I'm afraid.
I'll set it up for you on the iPlayer.
No. That's very kind, but I spent a lot of yesterday when I should have been working putting some wicked tunes on the iPod, baby. Oh, some wicked tunes. There's even a couple on there that you might like, Catherine. So
but there's tunes that I played that I think you'll both really enjoy. Give it a go. It's 5 minutes.
Kath, what do you reckon?
Come on, Kath.
Kath?
Kath?
Hey.
Kath?
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 Kath? Kath?
On BBC One.
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
The bold.
I walk the walk, I talk the talk, and I dance the dance.
The brash.
My absolute worst nightmare is getting to age 40 with a 50 grand salary.
And the brazen.
I'm not arrogant, because what I'm saying is all true.
Would you send the candidates in, please?
Yes, Lieutenant.
The Apprentice.
You're fired.
Is back.
Shut up.
Shut up, you're fired.
Total shambles. You're fired.
You're so ugly, you're fired.
Night at 9 on BBC One and BBC One HD.
Dirty woman, you're fired.
Hey, do you remember when we did that phone in? PDA, straight or gay, yay or nay?
People don't know what a PDA is, Catherine. They think it's a little
public
computer.
display of affection. Like this. Hey, Kelly. I love you.
Mwah!
Blimey. Yeah, the kissing in public thing, it's a real pet hate of mine. We're not French. You know, we're not foreign. We're British. We don't do these kind of things.
I didn't really see a lot of kissing in public from the French when I was in Paris. It was other people bringing it to imported kisses. But in Spain, they do it all the time, flipping
In Spain, they're virtually doing it in the road. They're just constantly at it. Those continent, partly because of the heat, and because
they're all beautiful.
The heat, the fact they're beautiful, and the fact that they're very poor, dirty countries.
What?
Huh? Spain's a filthy country, isn't it?
No.
Oh, mate. Oh, well, hang on. If only we knew someone who'd recently come back from España.
Yeah, but she's been to flipping... Where have you been?
Benidorm.
What?
Benidorm.
Right. And isn't it filthy there?
No, it's actually
Yes,
not.
it's filthy there, Ian. Oh, and because they're quite poor there, aren't they? Yes, they're really poor there, Ian. It's filthy. It's not their fault. Well, it is partly their fault. They do everything cash in hand and don't keep receipts, do they? That's right, Ian. Now you say that. And they tried to grab all the land that we bought off them. They grabbed it back illegally, didn't they? Well, not technically illegally. They changed the law so it was legal. Yeah. But it's a dirty country, isn't it, Kelly?
Yeah, I've got a lot of knowledge mileage on it, though.
Thank you very much indeed. 08459 455 555.
Across beds, hearts and bucks.
This is Iain Lee.
BBC Three Counties Radio.
I'm making myself laugh. I shouldn't. Me and Kath went on a road trip this week. I say a road trip. We drove up to Manchester and she drove me absolutely bloody nuts. Here's
Kept
this
your
talk.
company miserable.
No, you didn't. You were just banging on about really boring stuff and making up stupid games to play.
Oh, I would have loved that.
Really
You
good
would have
games.
loved that game. It was rubbish. Anyway, here's us talking about the road trip. And by road trip, I mean really boring journey that went on for hours and Kath was doing my nutting that we went on this week.
We get a lion tomorrow.
Catherine and I are on a school trip tomorrow. A jolly. No, not a jolly. We're working and we're not being paid for it.
But we are going to be fueled by Haribos.
Man alive, 4 bags of Haribo to get us up to Salford, of all places.
And we get to sleep 8 hours.
And we're going out to a meat restaurant tonight. We're going to go and eat meat.
I think it's just called a restaurant, but yeah, there'll be meat served.
You told me it was a meat restaurant.
It's mostly meat. I think you do get some veg.
Primarily meat is what I would call my restaurant if I get around to open it.
Mostly meat.
No, primarily meat.
Mostly meat will be my rival franchise.
No, mine will be primarily meat, but it'll be spelt prime.
Ah!
Yeah, you're digging it?
Good one.
Primarily meat. But I'd spell meat M-E-T-T. I'm not sure why I've done that yet.
Oh.
That's maybe too clever.
M-E-T-T.
Yeah, and actually wouldn't serve
You
meat.
just encourage people to sit around.
I was in High Wycombe yesterday. Oh, I didn't tell you about the meeting I had. Oh, it went well. It didn't go that well, but anyway. I was in High Wycombe yesterday.
Kick off again.
No, I didn't. I was compared to Columbo. But anyway, this is a private conversation. I was in High Wycombe yesterday. When did High Wycombe become a ghost town?
Oh.
There was nothing there. It was empty. There was tumbleweed blowing through, and I could see the spirits of those long depart. It was empty. And I was meeting my sister there. We had quite an important meeting there. So my sister, we got there early, and I'd spotted an independent cafe on the way to meet my sister at the train station. I said, let's go to this independent cafe, have a bite to eat, I'm starving.
When you say independent cafe, do you mean Greasy Spoon?
No. It was like quite a nice place.
Oh.
It was, it was quite a nice place, a bit poncy.
Brasserie?
No, it was an independent cafe. I don't know what more I can tell you.
Coffee shop?
Yeah, but they do. It was a restaurant. It was a cafe. They do food.
Okay.
I don't know why you're making this into an issue.
Tell me then.
So we went to this. It was 10:30 in the morning. I was starving. We went to the independent cafe. Right, we went in there.
Stop saying independent cafe.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Cafe?
But it was independent. It wasn't a Costa or a Starbucks.
Okay, well, thankfully we haven't said Costa or Starbucks, so.
It was. I wish we'd gone to a Costa or Starbucks, and you'll see why in a minute. So we went to this independent cafe that was staffed by 2 very trendy men.
Uh-oh.
And
Hipsters.
Did they have beards?
They had beards.
Did they have skinny jeans?
Yeah, they
oh,
did.
Dear
Well, that was our first mistake. But still we thought, OK, I'm digging the vibe. We sat down on the sofas. It was empty. 10:30 in the morning.
Why would it be empty?
The guy brought the menus. And then he said, have you ever been here before? Well, it's not Harvester. I don't know. I've never been here before. Oh, OK. And I'm really hungry, right? So he gave us the menu. He said, we're only doing drinks. We don't do food till 11. Oh, flippin' heck.
Did you say, isn't this an independent cafe?
I was thinking it. I said it when he went. I said to my sister, this is an independent cafe. And then the thing is, I was so hungry, right? And we were next door to a Greggs that had seating facilities.
Oh,
I was so hungry, but I'm so British. I stayed there and drank a cup of chamomile tea because I didn't want to offend them.
You lined his tight pockets.
And then it was too late to go and get some food in the Greggs, so I had to go to a meeting on an empty stomach.
Wow.
So my message is, don't support independent cafes. Support Costas, support Starbucks.
Go to Greggs.
Go to Greggs. Go to Greggs is the motto of that story. I was so hungry. Yeah, we're not doing food till 11. What the flippin' heck?
Hey, we're going to Salford today.
Yeah?
So Greg's there.
Yeah.
My granddad used to take me there, and to keep me quiet, he used to give me a sausage roll, so I'd be sitting in my pushchair.
Your pushchair? How old
Sausage
were
roll.
you?
Little. And it was known as a Greg's dummy.
Ian,
Yeah.
I've got a game.
Yeah.
Ian,
Well, yes.
would you like to know how many times independent cafe was said during that clip?
Not many. I'm not very repetitive. 4. Not many. I'm not very repetitive. 4. Not many. I'm not very repetitive. 4. Not many. I'm not very repetitive. 4.
Kath?
15.
Not many. I'm not very repetitive. 4.
Let's have a listen together.
Independent
One.
cafe. Independent cafe.
Independent cafe.
Independent cafe. It was an independent cafe. I don't know what more I can tell you.
Independent cafe.
Independent cafe.
7.
Independent cafe.
Eight.
This is an independent.
No,
9.
stop saying independent cafe.
10.
Independent Kath was not said once.
Oh, whatever.
And Kath is not very independent. She's completely codependent.
You said it a lot, though, didn't you?
Here's
Hey, I pay my own bills.
Can't pay your telephone bills. Can't pay your automobiles. Can't pay your uncle bill.
But you can't cut your hair.
Here's Dealey talking rubbish that may actually be true. Justin!
Hey, boss.
Now listen, we were going to... I said to Dad, get Justin up after the weather, we'll go straight to J. Door, I can find out what's going on the streets. But I've just seen the next song in the playing order is one chosen by Catherine Boyle. It's Mr. Adam Ant, and his pop group, The Ants, and the Stand and Deliver song.
Oh, anthem.
I got told off because my eldest boy, he had like a scarf around his face, and I went, oh... You look like a highwayman.
Yeah.
And my wife, no, he doesn't. He looks like an Arctic explorer. I said, no, he looks like a highwayman. What's a highwayman, Daddy? And I said, well, a highwayman, back in the days before there were cars, would ride a horse and go up to horse carriages and steal all of their gold. They say, stand and deliver your money or your life. I got a right royal rollicking for that.
What, for introducing... I mean, for its history?
For introducing armed robbery to my eldest, yeah.
Would you like a local fact? A local fact on here?
I would love a local fact.
Here we go.
Dick Turpin stopped in a pub here once.
No, Snooks was the last highwayman to be hung in this country. Hanged. OK, and the stone is still there in Hemel Hempstead, and if you run round it, I think 10 times, a ghost will appear.
No, it won't.
It will.
Well, it won't. And you say the stone. What stone?
Well, the stone where he was hung.
Hanged. What do you mean? What? He would have been hanged on a gallows?
Well... that point, there is a stone. Local people back me up here, and the ghost of Snooks is still there.
We'll get to the nonsense of the ghost in a second. I don't get what this stone is.
Well, it was where he was hung, hanged, whatever you want to call it, where he was killed. He was the last highwayman in this country.
Did they put the stone there after he was hanged?
Yeah, because it's historic. Right. He was the last one in this country.
But so how do we know... But when did they put the stone there?
I don't know, but it's there. It's a white stone in a field in Hemel Hempstead. Snooks, there used to be a pub called Snooks in Hemel as well.
OK, you're veering.
That's now gone.
Focus on the target here of this stone.
Yeah.
But I don't get the stone. When was the stone? Because I could put a stone in a field and say, Billy Wobbles, the last...
It's fact, not
Billy
fiction.
Wobbles was hanged here.
You'd have to be pretty sure he was the last one, so maybe I'm guessing, what, 3 years?
I don't know. I don't know when it was. I'm just saying he was the last one.
They couldn't have done it immediately.
No, because you wouldn't be sure that it was the last one. They were 10 a penny back then, weren't they?
Anybody who knows their history locally will phone you this morning to back me up here. It's a very, very famous story, and apparently if you run round that stone, I believe 10 times...
Forget that.
He will come back. He will come back.
Well, mate, he won't, because otherwise kids will be going over there, drinking hooch, smoking a doobie, and then running around 10 times and talking to the ghosts of Snooks and Billy Wobbles.
That's what they do.
Hey, this was prime highwayman stroke woman territory. Do you know about the Wicked Lady of Markyate Cell?
Oh, no, I don't, but she sounds wonderful.
You know this one, don't you, Justin?
I don't know this one, no.
There was a Lady Catherine.
Oh.
Hang on. Markyate, which is very, very nearby. There's a place called Markyate Cell, which I believe they've just sold. It says a home people still live in.
Yeah.
But the story goes that she was left in some sort of financial need. Let's call it civil war.
Yeah.
And so she took to going out and robbing people. Wicked Lady, they made a film out of it in black and white, so it must be true.
Yes, I do remember this story now, yes.
Justin, so just give me the story one more time, the facts, because you're only dealing facts, not fiction.
Right, OK, Snooks was the last highwayman to be hanged in this country.
He sounds like that woman in My Fair Lady. He's trying to... Anyway, Justin, Janet, has Justin got it right?
He was the last highwayman to be hanged, yes, at Boxmoor, which is part of Hemel Hempstead now. But I think the stone is where he was buried.
Oh yeah,
Justin.
burial stone, Justin, instead of a hanging stone. So,
well, listen, I was almost there.
Well, no, you were miles off. And Janet, what's this nonsense about running around it 10 times and smoking a doobie?
Well, I don't live near Boxmoor, So Justin, because he's association with Hemel Hempstead, may know the stories. I don't know any story about that at all.
No, it's made up nonsense.
No, it's not.
Do you know where Billy Wobbles was hanged, Janet?
I have no idea.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Well, Justin, anyway.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is we will come to you. This isn't your bit.
Okay.
But we're going to play Adam and the Ant, Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
I got in such trouble yesterday. My little boy, my eldest, he had a scarf up around his face.
Really?
And I said, "Oh, you look like a highwayman."
No, you look like an Arctic explorer.
Well, no. And I said, and he said, "What's a highwayman?" I told him it's before cars. These people would ride on horses and they would stop horse and carts and they would go, "Stand and deliver your money or your life." I got right roll rollicking for that.
What are you telling him about armed robbery for?
I know.
Heaven's sake.
You got any stories about highwaymen, Just?
Yes, Snooks from Hemel Hempstead.
Yeah, go on.
Apparently he was the last highwayman to be hanged in this country. And if you run round the stone 10 times, you will bring him back.
What stone?
There's a stone in the middle of a field where people go and smoke doobies and run round the stone.
But what is the stone for?
Well, two things. It's either, we believe, where he was actually hanged.
I don't think it was that.
Or it was where he was buried.
Okay. This week, the grandfather of radio, he's been doing it for 300 years, for goodness sakes, Tony Blackburn, totally pwned me. Morning, this is Iain Lee, BBC Three Counties Radio. It's 5 minutes past 7. It is cold, it is wet, it is miserable, and boy, oh boy, I love it. I love it. Do you like this weather, Danny?
No.
Oh, Catherine, you like this weather, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I like autumn.
This reminds you of home, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The miserable north.
Could do with a bit wetter, a bit bleaker.
Yeah, well, we're going up there today, aren't we? To the miserable north.
Yippee!
To see the poor.
The motherland.
Should we take, Polaroid cameras to blow their minds? Should we take them, I don't know, food? What do we take them?
How long's it been since you've been up north?
I've never been.
Seems to come on quite a lot.
Wowzers. One of the coolest things in my life, right? One of the coolest things ever was when I was in Pakistan. When was this? This was
19... I've just seen one of the coolest things ever.
What was that?
Tony Blackburn.
Hey! 1996, went to Pakistan, right? Filming in this village where they had nothing. Fair play, we were exploiting them. I will carry that shame to my grave. But I had a Polaroid camera, before digital cameras. We blew the children's mind with the magic photograph machine. They couldn't believe it. You took the thing, the little black piece of paper came out, and they were disappointed. Their faces as the pictures appeared, it was magical. Come in here, fella, come on. Look, we'll stop
I still
this.
quite fancy one of those.
We'll
They're
get
expensive,
one.
aren't they?
What on earth are you doing? I'm going to stop this. Look, hang on, here we go, look.
I've been listening to you on the way up.
You're out of breath,
I think there should be two MTV channels. One for those of us who want our pop stars to wear more clothes.
Yeah.
A lot of clothes.
Yeah.
All right, jumpers and big coats. And there should be another one that wants us to have the ordinary videos. It's as simple as that.
You're out of breath and you've literally just walked from the car.
Yes.
Tony. This is not a good sign. For goodness sakes.
I'm in very bad condition.
You a bit poorly?
No, I'll be all right.
Just old.
Not too bad, no.
Okay.
Well, I had the flu jab and I haven't quite got over that.
Doesn't the flu jab gives you the flu, doesn't it?
Well, my doctor says no, but it has given me strange symptoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You started being funny?
Well, no, unfortunately, that hasn't worked. But you know, I mean, I was listening to you on the way up.
Yeah.
It's a simple process, isn't it?
Yeah.
MTV1, more clothes, lots of clothes.
But
MTV2, hardly any clothes.
The Knitwear channel.
You know which one would get all the viewers, though?
Well, the one with the people who want the clothes
But
on.
then you go back to the 60s, the invention of the miniskirt, and boy, oh boy, didn't people get excited at the miniskirt?
I did. It never quite suited me, but I still, sort of persisted with it, and I still got it in the cupboard. And next week, if you like, I'll wear it in for you.
Tony Blackburn, you're on Sunday mornings, aren't you?
Sunday mornings, yes.
Well, it's Tuesday morning, so I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Yes, it's just preparation time. I do preparation for my show.
Let me look that word up on the dictionary. I'll get back to you later on. See you later, Tony.
Bye.
Ta-ta. Tony Blackburn.
He just owned you.
Yeah, he did totally own.
You were toned.
That was paternity leave. What a load of old guff. Why? Here's why. Listen with your ears and discover the truth. For that is what I am speaking. Every day on BBC Three Counties Radio between 6 and 9.
Well, come on, not every day. Mostly it's nonsense.
Sometimes it's WM.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
You don't mention the other radio station I work at, BBC WM. Saturday morning social talk. What? I don't get paternity leave. There we go. I've said it. I've said
Well,
it.
it's the start of your team, isn't it? That's the whole point of paternity leave.
Take holiday.
Well, why should you?
Well, why should you get? Why
It's
should
like
you?
maybe
why
once,
should
twice, 3 times in your life you're going to use it. Use it.
I've been struggling to get my head around this story, and finally I've got it. And the thing is, I don't get paternity leave. Why should the government, why should your employer pay you to take time off to go and have a little jolly with your new family?
Because it's the formation of a beautiful new bedrock of society.
OK, and so take holiday. If it's that important to you, take holiday. Use up some of your holiday. I've got none left. Well, tough then.
Some people won't be.
I'll let you have I'll turn a blind eye. You can have a couple of days on the sick.
Some people won't be able to afford to do that.
Well, then don't have kids.
Make sure that everyone has the opportunity to just spend that precious time together.
Oh, for goodness sakes! Do you know what? I took 2 weeks off when the first one was born. I couldn't wait to get back. Couldn't wait to get back to work.
Really?
Oh, it did my nut in. I mean, it's wonderful, it's magical, but flipping it, shut up and go to sleep. You're sleeping in the daytime, you're not sleeping in the night time. What's your beef, baby?
Actually, it's probably best you didn't take leave.
When my youngest was about a month old, I took him into the radio station, right? And we did this really silly prank. Me and my then producer, we just had we did the show, and I went, "Oh, I just noticed there's a baby in the studio." And she went, "Oh yeah, I'm babysitting for extra cash." And I did this big thing. You can't babysit for extra cash. We're doing a radio show. You can't bring a baby in. Everyone suckered into it. Everyone thought that my then producer was earning an extra 20 quid by looking after a baby during the show.
Is that what the rate is now?
I've got no idea.
Bring the kids in.
Oh, it'd be like tenner an hour.
I'll do it.
Oh, flipping it.
We would never do pranks like this on this programme.
You're not allowed to.
No, not at all, and we would never do that. I mean, we don't need to resort to cheap tricks like that.
No.
Hey up, Kelly.
Hey up, love.
Hey up, R. Kelly. Not the pop singer, you're actually R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Not the pop singer,
No.
you're actually R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Not actually the pop singer, you're
No.
actually R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean partnership.
Yeah.
I do like Northerners. They're really earthy and dirty.
Me too.
They like eating potato straight from ground and then having it away with pigeon in pigeon shed.
In the bath.
And then what they do is they get into bath with cap on. And then what they're doing is all the family in the tin bath in front of fire watching the blooming Coronation Street.
That is so offensive. I've never done it with a pigeon. All the rest is true.
Anyway, that was some Northerners talking there. Thanks, Northerners.
You're welcome,
No
lad.
problem.
We're off
I
now.
loved it.
We're off to pub to buy hot pot on a stout, and then we're going to have a hot bath in front of
Together
fire.
with
We're
pigeons.
All family and pigeons in our hats.
Leave the pigeons out of it.
Love pigeons.
Oh, sorry, love. Have you seen me ferret? I lost me ferret.
Oh, don't get me on the ferret.
Anyway, thanks, Northerners.
Welcome.
Shh.
Here's 2 more Northern people talking.
Morning, boss.
They're not called CRB checks anymore either. They're something else, aren't
Really?
they? There's the
DBS.
The what?
DBS.
Yeah, he's right. There's DBS, isn't it?
What's that stand for?
I don't know, but it's DBS check.
Make something up, Kyle.
Database search. Let's call it that.
Something like that, yeah.
Database is one word.
Shh.
Disclosure and barring service, I think.
Hey,
Oh, Kyle.
he knew that, and he didn't, because Kyle likes to play the Benny from Crossroads card. But really, and I say that with love and respect.
You don't.
But really, he's got an IQ of higher than Stephen Fry's.
Clever bloke.
He's a clever bloke, Kyle.
I didn't Google it.
Oh. Kyle.
No, I didn't. I didn't Google it.
Why did you say that then? You put the element of doubt in our minds.
Yeah.
No, I think it's DBS. If you look it up, I think it's disclosure and barring service.
You think you know, Kyle. Why are you ashamed of your intelligence?
Oh, I'm doubting myself.
Stand up, brother. Stand up.
You're a bright fella like me. Come over to outside. Stop watching Jeremy Kyle.
There's nothing wrong with Jeremy Kyle. Anyway.
There's a bit wrong with him. Come on, there's a bit wrong.
I'm going to. I used to love Jeremy Kyle. There was no greater defender of Jeremy Kyle than me until the coins dropped from my eyes. Not coins. I mean, I was dead.
Scales, you mean?
Thank you. Why would you have scales on your eyes? Anyway, and I realised he is what is wrong with this country. He single-handedly is destroying this country. I wouldn't be surprised if he was Lucifer himself.
It's the shaming thing.
It's the shaming. It's a bear pit, Kyle.
That's people's pain, Kyle. That's people's pain laid out there for your entertainment. That makes it wrong.
It's a theatre of cruelty.
Oh, look at you, Arto.
And by the way, you are right, and you knew you were right. Disclosure and barring service.
You, Carl, you clever little one, you. What are you doing, Carl?
Well, I'm just walking into work, and I was ringing up to play your mystery voice competition. I thought you had one going.
Oh, yeah, we've got a mystery voice competition. Do you want to have a...
He meant this mystery voice. Tracy, no, love, let me in, Tracy.
Yeah, I want to go at that, if that's all right.
OK, let's just play the mystery voice again.
Tracy, love, let me in, Tracy.
Carl, who do you think the mystery voice is? There is the prize fund is now up to £153. No one's got it so far this week.
Oh, right. I think it's either a generic northern pensioner.
Yep.
I think it's me trying to do Michael Parkinson.
Go on, you do it.
Or Joan Chitty from the Shuttleworth.
Which we've got to pick one of those answers, Kyle.
Michael Parkinson.
Well, let's just hear the voice one more time.
Tracy, love, let me in, Tracy.
Let's open the front door of the house and see who lives in that house. Is it Michael Parkinson? I'm not looking at Michael Parkinson in his slippers sucking on a pipe, Carl. I'm afraid you're wrong. The prize fund goes up to £154. There is literally no prize fund. What, Catherine? What keeps you alive? I mean, what's the very essence of your life? What keeps you alive?
Water and oxygen.
Yeah. Kelly, what keeps you alive?
Money.
Have a listen to what keeps Ruth and her husband alive.
Oh, hiya.
What would you like to say about John Grisham?
Well, starters, I can't stand the bloke anyway, but would he be saying this if it wasn't his friend? I mean, these so-called innocent sites where these innocent blokes are supposed to be looking at, would he be saying if it wasn't his friend? Why didn't you say it before his friend was caught?
Yeah, let's just to backtrack a little bit, because people might have missed it. John Grisham said he had some good buddies who'd been caught out in a child, and I'm using the quotes, porn, because it's child abuse imagery, scam. So he has some sympathy for it, because he thinks, this was a decent kind of guy, just stumbled into something. You kind of want to think the best of your friends, though, don't you?
Yeah, you think so. Me and my husband, we got a really good relationship, strong relationship and that lot. And we together look at porn, even on sites and that lot, and we have never, ever come across child porn, and it's never popped up or anything like that. It's never come up, sort of thing. And even if it was, we'd delete it straight away. But we've never seen it ourselves.
So bearing in mind we do have young ears listening, you look at the adult pornography as a couple.
Yeah, we do. It sort of keeps us alive. We've been together 20 years. Now we're 20 years.
It's what keeps you alive.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes marriage gets a bit stale and that lot, so...
Just makes it a little bit of fun in the bedroom.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
And you've never had anything illegal just kind of accidentally pop up?
No, never seen anything like that. I mean, we go for all kinds of, different sites, but we've never seen anything like that. And I've never seen any pop-up things or anything like that sort of thing. And me and my husband, we're quite vigorous and that sort of thing in the bedroom, that lot sort of thing. But
vigorous?
Well, quite quite excited sort of thing in that lot. But we've never.
So you look at all that stuff. You and your husband, you look at all that stuff. You've never seen a pop-up?
No, never seen one.
You're looking at the wrong stuff then, Ruth. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate that. I mean, gosh, that went,
that went in a direction I wasn't expecting.
Well, that's why they're looking at that stuff.
Stop it.
Isn't it amazing? Thank you so much for that. Sorry, our tongues are in our cheek because suddenly we've become 15-year-olds and we're sniggering behind our hands. It never ceases to amaze me what people are prepared to reveal to a stranger, to a bloke they listen to, a bloke and a couple of women that they listen to. Well, goodness knows what they're up to when they listen to us. It's what keeps them alive. That is all the stuff we have from the podcast as of 11 minutes past 9 on Thursday, the whatever it is, of October 16th. 2016. But there's still another day's broadcast to go, and I've got a feeling it's going to be bloody good.
Why are you not on? I was talking to Kath. Oh, I was joking. Oh, there's no way.
I'm holding up a mirror. You're talking to yourself.
I was talking to myself. Take that, you, Kelly.
Well, anyway, who knows? There will be some gold from Friday's show, and if there is, you'll hear it now. And if not, this podcast ends. Richard's in Winslow. Morning, Richard.
Oh, rock and roll. What?
Hey, rock and roll, brother.
I can tell
Are you a mod or a rocker? Hello, can you hear me?
What happened this morning? I woke up full of the joys of spring.
Hello.
And what do I get? But you whinging on about calling the punters plebs and
hello
and blowing raspberries.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mother. Can you hear me, Mother?
Yeah, well, yes, I can, Mother.
You're doing it again, aren't you?
Hello.
Hello. You're
Hello,
doing
caller.
It again.
Hello, caller.
You're doing it again.
Hello, caller.
You're doing it again.
Hello, caller.
Now listen, as you went on this course...
Hello, can you hear me?
How to improve.
Can you hear me?
To improve, stop it!
Well, why don't you engage with me? Engage with me!
I even phoned in with a suggestion how to encourage the punters.
Oh, yeah, go on.
To phone in with their exotic tales from travelling the world.
Oh, yeah, go on. Can you actually hear me?
And do I have to?
I
wake up this morning and I get you blowing raspberries at the poor punters. You won't encourage them to phone in if you're going to abuse them.
What should I be doing then? Stroking them?
Well, I phoned...
Do you want me to stroke you, Richard?
I phoned up with a suggestion of how to improve the call ratio of people phoning in with exotic tales from their travels around the world.
Would this improvement of the call ratio...
That?
Hello?
Didn't they tell you about that?
Can you hear me?
Of course I can.
Would this improvement of the call ratio involve you calling less? Because if so, I would love to hear it.
Say that again.
Oh, for goodness. So you can't hear me?
Yes, I did hear you, but you were talking over me whilst I was talking.
There's a surprise.
No,
Richard.
You when you're
shut up! Will you shut up, man?
What?
Shut up!
Don't you tell me to shut up.
I wasn't talking over you. You were rudely trying to interrupt me.
He's
doing it again!
You don't like the truth?
No, you can't handle the truth!
You like it?
I'll shove the truth right up your...
Get back on another of those training courses.
We were taking the training course. We were training them how to do it.
And who is it you upset? What was that presenter that you upset?
What do you want?
Who came to I heard?
What is he banging on about?
You said you upset who is it?
What do you want? Who? What do you want?
Oh, well, that was all about.
For God's sakes, man!
Speak the truth.
Why did you call in?
What's that all about?
Oh, bums! A Bedfordshire dad is so worried about Ebola, he's threatened to keep his children away from school if they're not allowed to wear face masks. John O'Brien from Turvey says he's not prepared to take any chances with his children's health, despite there having been only one instance of Ebola in this country, and that was someone that was brought back into the country. That wasn't a spontaneous case that started here. Well, John O'Brien joins me on the line now. Morning, John.
Good morning, Ian.
So tell me what it is you're concerned about and what it is you want your children to do.
Well, basically, I approached the school and said, look, as a concerned parent, can my child wear a mask at school? They said it wouldn't be appropriate. But really, this isn't about John O'Brien. This is about making people think, because the school is saying, well, there was no reported cases. And I'm saying, well, hold on, you're working on information that's changing daily. So this time next week, when there is a reported case, can my child wear a mask then? But unfortunately, if that was the case and children were to wear masks then, well, they could have potentially already caught something. So prevention is better than a cure.
How old it's your daughter, isn't it? How old's your daughter?
13.
13, OK. And, listen, I'm a parent, so of course we want to protect our kids and do the best for our kids. But it's quite hard to catch, isn't it, Ebola?
Well, you know what? They're hoofing on about, well, it's not airborne. Well, would you want to be standing next to someone with Ebola within 10 feet if they're coughing and sputtering all over the place? So they're saying it's not airborne. In fact, we refer to people as they. I would like to know who they are, because they are not going to come and help me. They are going to go and form a government on the Isle of Wight, exterminate everyone on there, and it'll just be the rich people and the politicians that get saved. So we're all fish, and we're all getting shot in the barrel that we're swimming around in.
How does your daughter feel about it?
Well, I try. My daughter's got her own opinion. So she is more genned up on it than a lot of other 13-year-olds. I mean, it was only yesterday, Ian. There's a shop in Luton just been cordoned off, people wandering around in white suits, and a helicopter lands in the field opposite my unit with doctor written on it.
Yeah.
I walk out of my unit and say, hey, what's going on here? And someone's laughing, going, oh, it's probably Ebola. Oh, Ebola, it's probably Ebola. And until the general public wise up and start thinking about this and stop sending silly text message jokes around and take this seriously, nothing's going to change. So, but it was my right as a parent, a concerned parent, to send my daughter to school with a mask. They've said no. The reason they've said no is because if my daughter goes to school with a mask tomorrow, 10 more children will go to school with a mask the next day. That's what they're trying to save.
Do you wear a mask when you go to work?
I wore a mask, walked into the petrol station yesterday. The serf behind the counter said, hope you haven't got Ebola. And I'm just sickened by the attitude. This is something that doesn't affect black people or white people. It affects humans. And until this country, this little island, starts understanding that it's not impenetrable, it's coming. Right? What are we doing about it? But unfortunately, Ian, I'm not prepared to listen to lies. So, buddy, have a look at me Ebola webpage, Ebola webpage on Facebook. I've only got 300 followers, but people need to start looking, paying attention, buddy.
I will have a little look. What's the link to get? What's the link to get there? How do I find
it? Well, it's difficult. I mean, you put in the word in Ebola.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to work Facebook, right, so you have to track it down.
So
Johnny
just go back to the question. Do you wear a mask at work and on your way to work?
No, don't do that. No.
Well, why is that? Why is that? If you're so worried about it and you don't believe the lies that the government are telling us, why do you not wear one at work to protect yourself and ultimately protect your daughter? Because if you get it, there's a strong chance she might get it.
Well, I tell you what, you're a kindred spirit. You just accused the government of lying. So thank you very much for being on my side. Can we put that down as a quote? I don't wear a mask in the car because I'm the only person in the car.
Work?
At work, I work in an office. Yes, it is quite controversial. You could say, well, hold on, John, you're a bit of a hypocrite, mate. I just do what I can do. And so I make sure that if I'm in an area where there's a lot of people...
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'll wear a mask in and people laugh. They think it's very, very funny. But, they'll be laughing on the other side of their face.
I'm just curious as to why you're being so insistent about your daughter wearing a mask at school, where it is very unlikely that she's going to get it, but yet you're not prepared to make that stand yourself in the workplace.
Well, I can answer that one, Ian. My life was over, buddy, when I had children. Right? They are the only thing I care about. It matters not how much money anyone has, because soon it'll just be food, warmth, shelter and water that people are concerned about. It won't matter how expensive your watch is or how big your car is. So basically, I don't really care about myself, Ian, from a parent's point of view. My life is dedicated to my children. Yes, you could then say, well, what if you get it and then pass it on to your children?
Well, yeah, what if you get it and pass it on to your children?
Well, you just copied exactly what I said. I thought you were interviewing me.
Well, but it's a good question, though. What if you get it and pass it on to your children? If you're not taking the precautions, then you're surely putting your daughter's life at risk.
What I'm doing, buddy, is trying to minimise the risk. What I won't do is go around with my chin in the air going, oh, they'll help us, the government will fix it. Well, they won't fix it. They're doing everything too late. I work from a unit that's right next to Luton Airport.
Yeah.
Right? Well, where's the screening going on there? And let's face it, what's the screening? Oh, how do you feel today? May we take your... may we test you? How do you feel? Well, you know what? If I had Ebola, I'd be heading straight for the UK.
It's Ebola. Ebola.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know. That's my dyslexia.
Okay.
If I had that, I'd be heading straight to the UK for a bit of free treatment. So, until the government take it seriously, I'm doing this for everybody, buddy. That's why we're on the radio now. People have to start thinking about this. It's not a problem that's going to go away. They are not going to help us.
Okay.
We are on our own.
John,
it's an emergency state.
Well, it's not an emergency state here, is it? Because there has only been one instance, and that was someone that was flown in. Are you not worried that you're scaring your daughter and her friends unnecessarily?
No, unfortunately not, Ian, because I think the truth is the best thing for any individual to have. I am more concerned. The reason I've done this is I am more concerned with lies. I want the truth.
Where do you get your truth from?
I'll get it from everywhere else. Google. I think Google's the latest oracle of truth nowadays.
If you Googled me for a while, I was described as a gay cowboy. And,
well, are you gay?
I'm neither gay nor a cowboy. I was also, if you Googled me, there was a picture of a black man would come up. I'm neither black. so Google is very flawed, isn't it?
Understood, brother. But the problem is that's where everybody goes, and that's if the government want to put some propaganda out, that's exactly where they'll be putting it, on Google. Yes, the internet's flawed, but, you know, if you sift through enough and put the pieces together... Iain, just ask your listeners to think about this.
Yep.
Stop the jokes on Ebola. It's not funny. It's not Ebola. A black thing. Yeah, we've covered that one.
Yeah. Well, I just think if it's such an important thing, we should probably get the name right.
Well, obviously, I'm not taking it that seriously, and obviously that's why you decided to ring me today and interview me.
I don't know what that means.
Well, if you can take the mickey out of me for not being able to say the word correctly,
well, I'm
actually at work right now trying to earn a living.
John, listen, mate. Honestly, I'm not taking the mickey. I just think if it's something that is so important, I just think we should pay the disease the respect of at least getting the name right.
Well, that disease doesn't have any respect from me. Yes, and I was spelling it with an M for ages. I thought it was Embola. But obviously that's the word that's stuck in my mind. But the point is, think about it.
John, I appreciate your time this morning. I hope you're safe.
And you, brother.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much indeed. It's John O'Brien. That's his thoughts. Nick Clegg's wife has left the Lib Dem boss squirming after suggesting she has faked orgasms.
No, she didn't.
She does in this quote.
She did to the papers.
Miriam González Dorantes, 46, Cinquecento, said wives and girlfriends...
46.
Cinquecento. Said wives and girlfriends have been pretending for years. In a talk on projecting confidence, the international lawyer said... If you don't have it, you fake it. Women have been faking lots of things during history. How do you say no?
What?
The Spanish-born activist...
I don't know why he's doing it in that voice.
That's a Spanish voice, dude.
Oh, really? Oh, right, I thought...
The Spain-born activist... Spain-born or Spanish-born? You wouldn't say England-born.
Just call her Spanish.
The airborne activist... The born-again activist...
The born of woman in Spain...
The born supremacy activist...
Look at his hair today.
Embarrassed her husband in April...
Yeah, it's cute.
By telling him in front of an audience that men who care for their kids have more cojones...
Does he think we're listening?
Testicles in Spanish.
Cojones.
Oh, I heard that.
Miriam said she feared her mum's reaction.
He's funny though, isn't he?
As in Spanish.
But he's talking
the
about
word
women
is super vulgar.
Yeah.
Watch this.
She
Watch
said,
fake listening.
She looked at me in the way only a mother can.
That's good nodding.
She looked at me in the way only a mother can.
I'm just going to type something out.
Why is he doing the cartoon voice again?
He looked at me in the way only a mother can. She was promoting her inspiring women drive aimed at broadening girls' career.
I'm working on the Teen Awards.
You see, so she says that she did fake it.
Really?
So that has put Cleggington in an awkward. Signora.
That is a great story. Well
Really
read.
interesting.
Yeah, great accents,
And I
great
think
voices.
that was a fair summary of what a very intelligent woman actually said.
You really brought it to life.
Yeah.
With your shirt.
His silly face, he's not listening anymore.
Sorry. He could at least do his hair, though. I did mine.
I quite like it like that. Sometimes he puts too much in. And then he looks a bit...
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
A bit Angela Rippon. Anyway.
Travel soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Friday. Roll on.
Friday travel. I'm just flicking through the papers.
Look at Lorraine Kelly.
She's wearing red today.
She looks great.
I don't know.
What's he making? Is that blancmange?
It is, yeah.
Oh, I fancy a bit of that.
Mate, is there anything good in the papers, or you just...
Not a lot, I'm just flicking away.
What about the papers? Wait, it would end quite early, though.
What's their problem?
It's your problem.
Well, we'd have to... We have to fill it.
No, what you can do is you can get everything up till here.
Yeah.
Just play it again.
They won't notice.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah. Saves them pressing rewind on the cassette.
I might do that more often.
Okay.
Did you ever used to put the holes that cover up the holes in your cassette so that you could record again?
Yeah, fill it with paper or cover it with sellotape.
When I first figured that out, it was brilliant.
Did you ever?
It really was.
Did you ever have a loose one and you had to get your pencil out?
Yes, and you had to wind it in.
I used to be able to fix the snap tape with sellotape.
What's a snap tape?
Well, when the tape snaps.
Wow.
Well, if it gets caught in the tape.
Thanks for listening to this free download from BBC Three Counties Radio, your local radio station for beds, hearts and bucks, on FM, AM, digital radio, and online at bbc.co.uk/3counties.